It's a do or die situation. It always is when you're going to court. And it's an interesting, we have a difficult and interesting hostile counterparty on this. Hostile being the bank, but it's not really the bank. It's the professionals, the advisors to the bank that are taking this way too far. I'm going to maintain confidentialities at this stage. I don't think it's appropriate for me to be giving too many details, but we end up in court. That's a public record, and so it's all going to be clear there and out in the open then, and it should be clear for me to share some of this information for you on future episodes if I think is going to be interesting. But one thing that occurred to me yesterday is that the real danger in this stuff, we were going through because we have to file an affidavit, we being my client. And of course, we're helping drafting, we're putting the numbers together, we're getting the narrative, we're making sure what the lawyers in writing is communicating well and hitting all the points that we want to hit. And it's a large document, right? It goes on for 9 or 10 pages of actual writing, and then a bunch of attachments that go on that. So it's a lot. And I'm reading it, and I'm thinking to myself last night, I love this document. Like, how could we ever lose? This thing is fantastic. And then I said to the lawyer this morning, I said, I'm like the most susceptible person to reading my own press. Like, it's a real danger. Don't read your own press. You need to stay humble and continue with the work ethic on this stuff. And when you end up in court, you never know what's going to happen. I don't care. Any good lawyer will tell you that. I don't care how good your case is. You just never know. You just never know. Things happen, and it could go good when you don't deserve it, and it could go bad when you don't deserve that either. It's a roll of the dice, and you need to weigh that against options that you may have, like a settlement. In this particular case, we've been given really a terrible option, a super aggressive, kill the company type option from the lender's advisors. And just as I went to air right now recording this, but I don't have time to stop recording and deal with this issue, I've learned that the institution is futzing around and holding back payroll that should be released tomorrow. So maybe I should have put this on Struggles of the Week, but I'll need to deal with this after I hang up here on this video and finish my scotch and go back to work on